Hi friends, this is your ANR sir, welcoming you to ANR Academy. Today we learn about interrogatives. If you want to become a perfect communicator, you need to know about the interrogatives. Interrogatives play an important role to make you a perfect English speaker. So what are these interrogatives? Interrogative words are used to raise questions. Interrogative words are used to raise questions. If you want to have a good flow of your communication, you need to know how to raise questions. So let us learn how to learn the skill of raising questions. Okay, now study the following sentences. What is your name? So generally, whenever we meet any stranger, we ask this question, what is your name? How can you speak English so easily? Suppose the other person speaks English very fluently and you want to know what are all the steps he took in order to learn to speak English fluently. So you may ask like this, how can you speak English so easily? Where do you go daily? Which dress do you wear for the party? Who teaches you English? So the words that start these questions are called WH words. What, who, where, which, who, all these are called WH words. So we use very frequently these WH questions in order to raise some questions or in order to get some information. What is your name? You want to have some information about the name of the other person, like that. Clear? So the above sentences are interrogative sentences and start with WH word. Hence, they are called WH interrogative sentences. All the above interrogatives ask some information. Hence, they are also called informative interrogatives. So already I told about this. So now, let us learn how to use these interrogative words, when to use, how to use and when to use. Who is used to ask about either subject or object. Suppose you want to know about the subject or about the object of a sentence. So you use what? Who. ANR sir teaches English. ANR sir teaches English. So if you want to know about the subject, that means who teaches English. Then you get the subject ANR sir. You get what? ANR sir. So if you want to know about the subject, you ask a question using who. Who took the car to the garage? Who took the car to the garage? You wanted to know the name of the person who took the car to the garage. Who stole my book? You want to know the person who stole your book. Who has seen the wind? So if you want to know about the subject or object, you frame a question with who. Now, in the same way, you raise a question using whom also to ask about the object of the verb. Whom did you write a letter? Suppose you wrote a letter to your younger brother. Suppose you wrote a letter to your younger brother and you are posting it and your friend saw and he wanted to know about the information to whom did you write the letter. So like this you can ask, whom did you write letter? Whom have you told? You see, you might have told to some people about the party. So I want to know the information. To whom have you told? You give the list of the names. Clear? So whom did you take to bazaar? So suppose you said something about your experience you faced in the bazaar yesterday. So I want to know who accompanied you. So I ask, whom do you take to bazaar? Clear? Suppose if you want to know about the possession. Suppose if you want to know about the possession of the belongings, then you start raising a question using whose. Whose book is this? Suppose you found a book. You want to know the owner of that book. Then you raise a question. Whose book is this? Whose building do you buy? Suppose you want to buy a used house. So I want to know the name of the owner. Then I ask this question. Whose building do you buy? Whose suitcase are you carrying? Whose suitcase are you carrying? Like that, if I want to know about the person to whom those things are belonged, then I start writing a question using whose. In the same way, suppose if you want to know the reason, know the reason, then you ask a question using why. If you want to know the reason, then you ask a question with why. Why is used to ask about the reason. Why do you carry that heavy bag? Suppose you are carrying a heavy bag. So I want to know the reason. Why are you carrying? Then you say these things are not available so I am carrying all these things. Understood? Certain things may not be available there. So if you want to say that, understood, you are carrying. So I want to know the information why you are carrying all those things. So I ask this question, why do you carry that heavy bag? Why did you shout like that? I want to know the reason. Maybe you were shouting yesterday at a particular time. I want to know the reason. Why were you shouting yesterday? So I ask, why did you shout like that? Why do people go for fashionable clothes? You see, suppose if I want to know the reason, because they want to look fashionable one. They wanted to look fashionable one. So they go for fashionable clothes. So I want to know the reason. So for reason, you raise a question using why. Suppose you want to know about the information about the place. Suppose if you want to know the information about the place, then you raise a question using where. Where is used to know about the place. Where are you going so early in the morning? Suppose you are running. You are rushing. So ask a question. Where are you going so early in the morning? Like that I may ask. If I want to know about the place, then I ask. Clear? Where are you going so early in the morning? So I ask a question to know about the place. Then you say, I am going to market. Suppose if I do not go so early, then I may not get fresh vegetables. Like that, you give the reason. Where did you keep my mobile? I want to know the place where you kept my mobile. Then I ask like this. Where do you spend your vacations? Suppose vacations are very close. I want to know the place where you planned for your vacations. So I want to know the place, then ask a question like this. Suppose if you want to know about the time, then you use what? When. When is used to ask about time. When do you leave this job? You see, in the interview, you ask like this. When do you leave? When do you return my money? Suppose your friend borrowed some money from you and you want to know the time when he is going to return that. Then you ask like this. When did he arrive here? So suppose if you want to know the time when somebody arrived, then you ask like this. Which is used to ask about the things followed by nouns. Which book you prefer? That means if you raise a question using which, immediately a noun should follow. Which book you prefer? That means you wanted some book to read. Then I ask which book you prefer, whether you prefer any classical books or any adventurous books, like that, biographies, like that. In which hotel do you wish to stay? In which hotel do you wish to stay? Which color do you prefer? So all these questions started with which, followed by a noun. How? Suppose if you want to know the manner or the way something is done, then you ask the question with how. How did you solve the problem? How did you solve the problem? That means I want to know the method what you applied. How do you go to Hyderabad? Whether you go by train, bus, flight. So I want to know the manner how you go. In the same way, we have countable nouns and non-countable nouns. We have countable nouns and non-countable nouns. If you want to know about non-countable nouns, then you start that question with how much. How much sugar shall I add? You see, when somebody prepares coffee or tea for you, they ask this question, how much sugar shall I add? 1 spoon or 2 spoons? How much money do you need? How much oil do you buy? So all these nouns, sugar, money, oil, are non-countable. So you start the question with how much. Suppose you want to know about countable nouns, then you start that question with how many. Suppose if you want to ask about any countable nouns, then you start asking the question with how many. How many mangoes do you buy? 1 dozen or 2 dozens, like that. How many mangoes do you buy? How many things are there in 1 dozen? How many pencils do you get for ₹10? That means mangoes, things and pencils are countable nouns. If you want to know about some information about the countable nouns, you start that question with how many. Suppose if you want to know about the distance. Suppose if you want to know about the distance, then you start the question with how far. How far is your house from here? How far is Hyderabad from here? How far is your school from here or from your house? Suppose if you want to know the duration. Suppose if you want to know the duration, then you ask the question using how long. How long do you sit in front of TV? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I want to know the duration. So how long do you sit in front of TV? How long do you expect your parents to support you? That means already you crossed 24 years. How long do you expect your parents to support you? Better you should what? Search for a job and be independent. Clear? So in the same way, suppose if you want to know about the frequency, then you ask how often. If you want to know the frequency, then you ask how often. How often you smoke? How often you visit movies? How often do you visit your grandparents? Whether it is weekly once, monthly once, monthly twice. I want to know the frequency. How often do you visit your grandparents? How often do you watch movies? Clear? Suppose if you want to know about the size. Suppose if you want to know about the size, then you raise a question using how big. You raise a question using what? How big? How big is your house? How big is your television screen? Whether it is 32 inches, 14 inches or 48 inches. How big is your television screen? In the same way, suppose if you want to ask about the age, then you start the question, how old? How old are you? How old are you? How old is your car? That means from its model till now. Suppose you have a car 2016 model. Now it is 20. That means your car is 4 years old. Your car is 4 years old. So from the date of manufacturing till now. So this is our lesson. I think you understood the lesson well. So do not forget to subscribe to my account, channel, and thank you for watching. And tomorrow again I come up with a lesson. Till then, have a nice time. Tata. Bye bye.